What up, Huck Squad, and welcome back to the back nine of the Sunstein Grand Prix finale here at Maple Hill. If you haven't tuned into the front nine, you better go tune in because there was a lot of good action and some spoilers in the back here if you haven't actually seen the front. So go tune into the front. But I am joined once again by Raivis Craig and Kyle Moriarty.
What up, Huck Squad?
Hey, people.
And Kyle's actually featured in this round, so it's going to be really cool to get his input towards how this thing kind of shaked out. And
here's the check-in.
Yeah, here is the Sunstein check-in. And look at the scores there at the bottom. We got Kyle up 1 at 8 down, Marky and Dylan at 7 down. Oh, sorry, Brian and Dylan at 7 down, and Marky at 5 down.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movement on this card. A lot of scoring happened, which you expect to happen here at Maple Golds. It is just one of those courses that is extremely demanding on every single shot you throw.
Yeah, pretty much every single shot.
Speaking of demanding, what are you throwing here, buddy?
That is a Smush Wraith. Thank you, Disc Golf Bra, for making those happen. But, man, these things go, so far.
And on hole 10, you really do need to smush your drive. I know it says 384, but this hole plays probably closer to like 450, 475. And it's uphill the entire way, so you got to put everything you got into it.
It is absolutely pure elite level distance to get up anywhere near this castle.
Yeah.
But interesting enough, you, Marky, and Dylan are probably the top 3 people that probably can get up all the way up there.
We're not getting all the way there, but we're getting to circle
edge of circle 2.
Yeah.
Edge of circle 2, edge of circle 1.
Yep.
And Dylan got a good forward skip there. Probably put himself about 50 feet.
Yep.
Out of the 3 of you, who throws the furthest?
Probably Dylan, because I would give Dylan the advantage because he probably throws the most distance flex lines. That's not really my game. My game is controlled power hyzers or like flat shots that will hyzer out. I don't throw max distance hardly ever.
Yeah. And Marky and Brian kind of both halfway up the hill there, kind of just checking up to the base of the castle. And here you are, probably a good 60 feet out, uphill.
I want to say almost 80.
Obstructed.
Yeah, 60.
Oh, and hitting the banger to start the back nine.
Let's go, dude.
That was a really bad layup. I will be completely honest that I just wanted to put it up in that little castle area. And good thing I'm bad at laying up.
You're being modest. You were going for it. Come on.
And Dylan, really wanted that one because he saw you make it. You're up a stroke on him, and now he really was pushing to make that one to keep up with you.
Yeah, you can see the frustration is building in him. He did not want to miss that. He had a little frustration show right there.
Yeah.
Kept it under control. This is the worst putt to have that Marky has.
Yeah,
and
not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of that putt right there.
And Brian was probably a little shorter on his putt than he had wanted and kind of just leaked on him. And Dylan here, I know you can't really see him, but that's probably a good 20-footer. And that's another death putt. He's got the drop-off behind the castle. And Kyle already made his birdie putt. So if he just happens to miss that, then everything's going south after that.
Yep.
Quite the swing, though. Just in like 4 holes, if you think about it, right?
Yeah, go tune into the front nine so you kind of see how we got to this position. But Dylan was up by 4 strokes on the field going into this round. And now we're just over the halfway mark, and he is now back 2. So a lot has happened.
And Wads, how are you feeling right now? Like, being up 2 strokes, do you think you have it in the bag, or just kind of curious?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident, and I know I still have to continue to keep on pushing and throwing excellent shots like this.
That almost ace, yeah.
But the good thing is, I'm far enough away from that basket where I have an approach to my lie.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than being trapped by that basket.
There's a reason why they take those baskets out during MVP Open.
Yeah.
And there's Dylan, maybe unloading a little bit of frustration from the past couple holes because he freaking bombed that.
That's just pure hyzer power right there. He trusts in a disc that's overstable, that won't turn, and just keeps him into the field.
Mark is looking to do the same thing here.
Yeah, probably a Rive. I know he throws a lot of Rives.
Nice
He has great control on it. And
oh my gosh, he almost aces it too.
Oh!
What? That was insane.
Yeah, both of you guys flashing chains on this one.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Brian turns this one.
He turns it kind of the same as earlier in the first round, how he turned it over hole 1, but he actually got a lot of flex at the end of that flight, and you'll end up seeing where he landed. And look at this. He landed in the this is actually really far off the tee.
Oh, it's so far. It's not exactly the line you want to have.
It's not optimal, but it's not the worst.
No.
Being a lefty, he had something.
And a lot of the time when you burn your disc into that left side Christmas trees, you don't even have footing, never mind an open shot.
So I feel like Markey was a little constrained by that basket for sure.
He short-armed.
If you look at how he threw that, he did not follow through anywhere near how he needed to.
Yeah.
What are you throwing here?
That's a Firebird again, just a little too low. Just these big pines are just so particular, and if you're behind them, you can't shape the shot how you need to.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
Nice
I was
shot there.
behind him. Dylan just throws a beautiful shot from down low. That's where you want to land for that forehand.
Yeah,
shot.
if you're looking to forehand into the green, where Dylan is now is pretty much where you want to be because it leaves you with the most favorable angle into the green.
And those pines are getting bigger and bigger every year, I swear.
I don't know. Somebody might have bought them for Christmas. Maybe like Rockefeller Center.
And Brian looked like he had a pretty obstructed upshot right there.
Ooh.
Not really doing himself any favors on this hole.
The Markey Chap long putt right now is unreal. Looks like everything's going to go in. He is...
Oh, speaking of looking like it's going to go in, I thought that was in.
He's had a hot hand, too.
Yeah.
That's like the first putt he's missed in 6 holes.
Yeah, seriously.
From 80 feet and in.
Big putt here for you, Wads.
Yeah, just a tad short.
You got a little further with your Firebird than I thought you did.
Yeah, it had a really good ground play for sure. But, you know, you want to put it inside the circle.
Especially since he's looking to do that right here.
Yep. There's Dylan for 3, so that's a great birdie to take there, taking a stroke back on the card.
Now
That's
within
huge.
1. Now you feeling a little pressure on this putt?
This putt definitely a little bit more pressure than it really normally would.
Yeah.
But I've played enough where pressure doesn't quite make me buckle yet.
And like you said, I don't know if you said it in this round, but this is your home course.
This is my home.
You know, when you're on, you feel confident on this layout.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're ready.
Yep. Here we got hole 12, 782 feet, big bomber off the tee. You do want to backhand. If you're going to backhand, you do want to turn it like you see Dylan there. He might have rode it up the hill a little bit more than he had wanted to, but that's every bit of 450 feet.
That was still in a great
crush.
spot.
Yeah,
I
that was a
feel
great shot.
What are you throwing here, Wads?
This is the Smush Wraith again.
Let's see it
And
fly.
watch this flight.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was good. Just getting
Slow
over the
drift.
trees.
Yeah. Good
Kept
spot.
it low enough.
And
Could have
maybe,
gone a little higher.
probably
but
20 feet short of where Dylan's was. Maybe
Yep.
a little bit more down on the hill.
Marky's going to go for it for sure.
Probably trying to replicate
Yeah.
that same line. And doesn't
Yep.
look like he gets as much turn, more of a forward shot.
He got
And
over the crest,
Yeah.
though. That was great.
He's on the top of the
Yeah.
crest and a little left in those trees that they leave up there where a really good shot that's not quite turned over finishes. So he has to kind of maneuver around some things. Brian with a great lefty backhand.
yeah, that was just a good golf shot. Nice
Yep.
and controlled. Wasn't trying to get too crazy with it. Just wanted a good 400-foot shot out there.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of things to do from where he is.
He's been loving that glow turn. I think that's what he's been throwing off the tee.
Yep.
Ooh, and here.
And that's a great upshot. It's a tough tunnel to get yourself all the way down there to the basket, and pretty much wherever you're standing up here on this hill, you cannot see the basket. So you're pretty much just hitting the line and hoping the disc kind of follows that path.
And you have to make sure your power is correct because it's downhill the whole way, and it's
Yeah.
so easy to just go over the top of basket to crush past.
And there's like this ravine right behind the
Yep.
basket that a lot of people end up funneling into if you do go a little bit long.
So did you think you were parked there with your shot?
I had heard from everybody else I knew I threw a good
Gotcha.
one. I didn't know how good it was, but
It looked good.
you know, I knew out of the hand it felt great. Looks like Dylan kind of finished his left a little bit.
And kind of similar to something that happened on the front nine. Dylan, in a little bit of maybe frustration or maybe just moving a little bit quick, he literally got up to his disc and immediately threw. So I had a little bit of a tough
Yeah.
time catching Dylan's shot there.
Nice birdie, Marky.
That's huge.
That was a really nice putt for birdie. Straddle, probably about circle's edge with that little ravine behind the basket. That was a great birdie. And another birdie by Brian. And
Yeah,
I think,
2 clean shots.
yeah, and Wads is about to tap in his birdie. So you got 3 birdies here on hole 12, which is
That's
pretty
rare.
good.
yeah,
That's
it's
rare.
definitely unconventional for this hole.
It's a good hole, though.
It's a great hole, super fair. Probably one of the best holes on the course for a good par 4
Yeah.
where you can score and
Yeah.
you can find a big separation on it.
And one of the last big ones before coming into some of the tough par 3s.
Yeah,
which
this
the
from hole
stretch.
13 on, it's your home stretch.
Yeah.
And if you're not tired by now, these holes will mentally exhaust
Wear
you.
you down, yeah. And right there, I was walking up behind
Wow.
you.
What a flip up. What are you throwing?
That's a DX AVR, just DX AVR P&A.
Wow, that's
Just
nice.
trying to trust the slow flip up. You can see the wind's a little taily left to right. So just being able to trust a shot that will turn into that gap is huge.
Pretty much aim at that tree, that big one, and let it ride.
And Marky's shot there looked really good, but just caught the left edge of that fat tree and kicked him into pretty much no man's land.
Good shot of Brian's
Taking his
butt.
gremlin, yeah.
And he gets hung up and kind of sits himself down on the early side of that hill. Doesn't look like he has too much of an upshot from there.
I do like the forehand here.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's super aggressive, and you have to have an excellent forehand.
Ooh, wow.
Which Dylan does.
And
that
just-
was miraculous.
That was
a beautiful
so
shot.
parked.
And you can see him giving his dad a little bit of a fist pump there, maybe exhaling a little bit, you know,
Yeah,
sigh
that's
of
a big
relief.
shot.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully bringing him back within one. You
Yeah.
know, he's down 2, so he's got to make a push.
And there's Brian with a really obstructed lefty forehand shot.
He's
A lot of
so
stuff there.
good with those up shots.
He can pretty much manipulate any angle
Any
because he
angle.
can throw lefty and righty, and he can throw
Oh.
forehand and backhand.
Like, imagine having that in your bag. All those types of
Marky
different shots.
just not doing himself any favors on this hole.
No, that kick that he had was nasty. He put him into a spot where there's no real clean way to get to the pin,
Yeah.
and you have to kind of finagle something through and get lucky.
So you didn't even think about
Nope.
running this one.
That's 100% layup from that range.
Even with
how this
Dylan
green
at
is.
25 feet.
With where this green's set up, there's no chance that I'm ever going to run that putt
Yeah.
with somebody close to me, either being ahead or being behind them by 1 or 2 strokes.
That
Yeah.
green is too sketchy. You're right.
You know, it's one of those greens you
And that's
you
just-
know,
that's a
you live to
veteran
fight
play.
another day.
Yeah. And there's Dylan for his 2.
So
Yep.
how many times have you played Maple, like, would you say? Just curious.
Hundreds.
It's
Hundreds?
it's over 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, I've been a member there for a couple of years, and I will play there almost every day after work.
Wow. And when was the first time you played there?
Whew. It had probably 2011.
Wow.
1,000 rounds in 10 years. That's a
quite
lot
the
of
stat.
a lot of people would love to play Maple Hill one time.
Yeah.
we're really lucky to have it, you know,
Yeah.
right in our backyard here.
And how beautiful is this hole? How iconic it is.
Yeah.
And
Hole 14 over the
So
water the whole
now
way.
within 1, Dylan's got to make a push. What happened?
He cut a branch on the right side,
He pulled on it a little much.
and you can see he
Oh.
showed his frustration there a little bit, and that is definitely not the mature move to do. And I know that you gave him a little bit of a warning
Yeah.
after that.
You know, I've been a seasoned player, and I've been around a lot, and you know, I've played with Dylan a couple times throughout the year, and there's always things that happen. And the position and the role that I'm trying to play now is I'm trying to teach these players coming up how to play the game and how to conduct themselves. And I don't want to stroke people. I don't want to be a jerk, but somebody has to be out there to really show and lead by example and
Be the
here's
veteran
the
disc
rule.
golfer.
This
Yeah.
is the rule. You can't do that. You have to respect nature.
Yeah.
We're out here and we need to enjoy it. And
And you
quite
can't
frankly,
blow your top like that.
no,
you know?
because that it makes. Obviously, you saw me look at him and it put us all in an awkward position. I'm like, do we stroke the kid?
Right.
Like, do we want to yell at him right now? But
Right.
you know, it's one of those things where you got to say something to have people learn.
Yeah.
And, you know, unfortunately it happened in a huge moment and I decided not to stroke or really say anything until after the hole was done because I knew I had to keep playing and we all had to keep playing. And, you know, Dylan took it like a champion and
And hopefully
played
uses
after
it as a
him.
learning moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I play with him after this, it's been nothing close to this.
Yeah.
You know, these big moments,
They can get
make or break
emotional.
you. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of emotion. And,
Yeah.
you know, learning how to deal with that emotion is one of the hardest parts of this game and what truly makes you a professional.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
learning how to deal with if something doesn't go your way, you don't get that break, what can you do?
Yeah.
And keep in mind, it's also a difference between $750 too. There's a lot
Yeah.
of money involved too.
Yeah.
Now this is for 2,
That's for 2.
Yeah.
and
just
then you
laying
laid
it
up. All right, smart man.
Yeah.
Again, I knew
Just
I'm
controlling.
taking a stroke.
Yeah. Controlling the card.
You know, there's no need to run that putt, go OB, and take a 4.
Oh,
like
just like
But he
that.
didn't even.
that.
That wasn't even that far away.
Yeah, but
Exactly, but-
that can happen.
You know, unfortunately, Brian is already kind of, you know, he was 4 strokes behind me. So he has to be. He's in a
Pushing
position
forward.
where he has to push.
Yeah.
Where triple bogey, you're way out of contention now.
Yeah.
But
There's
if he
Dylan.
makes that, he's still kind of up there. He knows I'm not gaining a stroke if I take my par.
And if he makes that, it's a good putt to hit to give you some confidence
Yes.
heading down the stretch too.
Absolutely.
What I would like to see as a TD is to get a notification that somebody got stroked or got a warning, just so I can hear about it a little more. Because I had no idea that went down until you just talked about it.
Yeah, and it was the walk to this tee pad where I talked to him about it. And,
Yeah.
Being an older and I think a well-respected player now, I took him and, I looked at him like I'm trying to teach everybody, and I took him under my wing and held him on the shoulder like I cared about him and told him, like, hey, you got to be careful on that stuff because I know he's going to do great things and he's going to be in a huge perspective and playing on these big fields and, a lot of these touring pros don't have the same patience and...
Right. And a lot of people are starting to look up to Dylan, and so he's got to treat himself as a role model as well. You don't want to be blowing your top on a professional card like this.
Speaking of role model, whoa! Now he was deciding what to do, and then he
know.
just parks it with his forehand.
This is a very, very straightforward backhand shot, but the forehand shot here is extremely technical.
But the line he took isn't even the forehand line; it's going out and around and missing. It was 70 trees.
Beyond creative,
and it worked.
Oh.
Yeah.
It worked. That's all that matters is that it worked for Dylan, and he knew he could put it there, and that was his...
I mean, he needed that, though.
He has to. So he has to throw shots that will give him scoring.
Yeah. Now, he's playing match play against you. See how the roles reversed a little bit.
Yeah.
And Brian just kind of struggling along this hole, playing Plinko up and down this fairway. Couldn't really do himself any favors there.
Come on, Marky. We got to get one out of you.
Right? It'll come.
Yep. He's at least giving him good bids.
Yeah.
The height's right on a lot of these.
He hasn't fully given up. He's not just, saying whatever. He's still going out there and... What was that?
No love from
No
nature
love
right
at
now.
all on this hole.
All right, Dylan. This is a big 2 here.
Yeah, this would be huge. This is to put him back on track.
Yep.
Couple
After
rough
the
holes.
pep talk by Watts.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Looks like that pep talk didn't
Might have helped him up a little bit.
Absolutely,
Yeah. Lift the spirits.
Nobody wants to just be out there and playing against people who are down and out and already counted themselves out.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate
you want
that.
a good battle.
Yeah.
As somebody that's played with you a few times, I really appreciate that about you. You're a great card mate to have.
Gotta be positive. Always be positive. Always be cheering people on. You don't want to cheer for people's failures.
No.
That's when people get rubbed the wrong way and
Rub the wrong way, you get bad karma. Yeah. That's just you don't want to play that game.
This karma is real.
Yeah.
the best hole on Maple Hill.
Yes, Kevin Jones would agree.
And Dylan absolutely piped that forehand shot.
I can't believe he got that. I've never
And
seen
he went
the pros
long.
go that far.
He went long 40 feet. That is just insane. You don't see that.
That's insane.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolute ripper.
His parents must be proud of that one.
Yeah.
And it gives him a look at a birdie. And that kind of
Absolutely.
puts the pressure on you right now.
Now, did you feel any pressure after he not parted, but at least close?
I felt pressure this entire round.
Yeah, all right.
A shot like he threw where he's out of the gap and
Yeah.
into that's massive. And trying to match a shot like that, there's a lot going on in the head.
Yeah, a lot of weight on your shoulders on that one.
But were you
comes
saying
down to just focus and trust what you're doing and
Yeah.
trust your body
Yeah.
because your body knows what to do more than your brain does.
It's true. But did you disc down? I'm just curious.
Nope, I'm still throwing
Yeah.
the same shots that I feel comfortable in,
Yeah.
shots that I know will get out to this green and give me looks for twos. Fortunately, I didn't quite execute what I needed to, but
But you're also not in a terrible spot.
nope,
No,
I'm
this
on
is
top of the
Yeah.
hill.
Looking right
I'm
at
looking
it.
straight down at
This is
it,
your heart?
and that's my soft heart.
Yeah, that's
it
a great
gets
shot.
hung up a little shorter than what I wanted, but it's enough where I feel fine with moving on.
And Marky didn't have much there.
Hey, there's
there I am
Noah.
with a
There
big
he
smile on
is.
my face. I don't know what I'm
Squad.
laughing about, but
You're probably loving getting this coverage,
Yeah.
watching all this drama unfold.
I was definitely enjoying myself out there.
I mean, look at Riley out there talking to Mark.
I know.
I mean,
You even got
everybody's- Oh,
even a little pinch there.
Yeah, but that's the environment that this tournament has today. Is not a lot of players get to just hang out and watch the top 4 players play, which was unique. So it was great to be in this environment. When you're playing in it, you're still playing, but you have your friends around you, which is great.
Oh,
In a sense, we picked the 32 best players, from 8 from each division for this tournament. So having the best 8 MPO players
that was a big putt for
come
Dylan.
down to 4. I'm proud of you guys. You guys killed it.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Yeah, Dylan just missed that
Just
huge
barely.
2. That would have been massive.
Yeah. It would have equaled you guys up heading into this last stretch.
Yeah, so being up by 1 stroke now is, this is
tensions are high.
Huge
I'm sure.
crunch time.
Yeah, tensions
huge
are really
crunch.
high, and almost a football, but it's an X tier.
But the rating still counted.
But the ratings still counted. I'm
and
sorry
the rules
for that.
Still apply.
Little shout out to Team Disc Golf 978.
Yep. And Dylan's lining up what looks like a big forehand out of this gap.
Yep.
Got to smush one here.
Dylan is going to go to the forehand anytime he needs something that has some sort of importance.
Yeah,
that's his trust. That's his bread and butter.
It's true.
His backhand is super powerful, but it's not as controlled.
No.
Oh, another smush wraith shot.
That's smush wraith.
Look at that flight.
And when you can get a disc that will turn like that and come out of it,
look at that.
And they pulled this tee pad back like 80 to 100 feet, and you still cleared all those pine trees. That was a smoke.
Yeah,
or a smush rather.
Is this one of your favorite drives on the course?
It's beautiful. It's tough.
It is.
I like it now that the basket is not elevated. When they do it for the MVP and they put it up on that little round thing, the pyramid, I can give or take without that on where it is right now. But this hole is epic. This is a great 17.
And now I feel like it's a little bit more fair with the tee pad pulled back because before all the top pros are just pretty much writing a 3 down on the scorecard.
This is a legit par 4 where your tee shot is so demanding. And look at this shot.
Did you know Dylan parked this one?
I knew he threw a great shot.
Yeah, that's all you care about.
Yeah, I saw he got down there, and I have to continue to execute.
Do the same thing.
Which I got a little lucky here.
You got a little kiss there,
kiss, but we're throwing shot for shot right now.
Yep, going down the stretch.
And you've been making those 25, 30 footers.
Yep.
In this feature, it seems like. So you're probably feeling confident.
Yeah, Marky putting it right to the base of the basket. That was great.
That's the shot you want to have.
Yeah. Textbook 3.
Lefty forehand.
Yeah, Brian electing for the lefty flick.
I wish I had all that.
So you just missed the basket.
I know. And here we got Dylan for his birdie. Yep. Maybe put a little bit of pressure on you for your putt.
Yeah, I thought you might have been out. It looks like he was.
Ooh.
Yeah, he got hung up just up on that tree and
that's a good putt.
That was a good putt.
Yep.
A little low right, but it stuck for him.
And this is probably a lot of pressure on you, right? Even though it's 20 feet.
I had one thought in my mind for a second. I was like, all right, well, hey, you know what? If you miss this, you're tied going to 18, playoff. Like, no.
No.
Don't think like that. Let's be up
I
one.
took an extra second and said, no, that's not happening. You hit this putt.
Yeah.
It's funny that you tell yourself mind games like that.
Oh,
the games you play in your head are insane. And, for me, it's been putting. And, being able to mentally conquer that battle on the putting green is a world of a difference.
Well, it's good to hear we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
1,000-rated players also go through those motions. So.
Absolutely. Nobody is immune to that for sure. I'm sure even Ricky has his moments in his head of putting, but.
And here we are at hole 18.
It's been a
little bit of a wrap up, trying to give some daps to each other. Even Dylan giving me a little bit of daps there for filming.
That's disc golf right now. Is you respect everybody and respect you guys for coming out. You don't have to be here, but we appreciate you out here and giving us some footage. Highlighting some beautiful shots and sometimes not so beautiful ones.
Did that just kick to the left?
The absolute worst thing that could have happened just happened there. He caught that first tree on the right and it kicked him left into jail.
And he probably could have gone backhand though, right? I mean,
I asked him actually after the round and he said he typically forehands this hole.
Yeah, so it's a good forehand line.
Yeah.
If you get, honestly, any shot that gets out of this gap is.
That was just very unlucky to hit that tree and kick himself into a spot that's off the fairway.
Great shot.
Yeah, Marky all the way up
VIP
near
section is.
Near the red tee pad.
That was clutch.
And here we have Brian finishing off the bottom of the card.
Brian's had a little bit of a rough round, but
he's had a rough back nine, but he had a really solid front nine. He just had a couple blow up holes on the back here that really didn't do him too well.
Yeah, he kept himself from hitting OB.
I know.
Some of the putts he hit were huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And that was Dylan just literally chipping out. Like, he had absolutely nothing from there. This is him throwing 3, and I don't know if he's trying to go for the green here, but
I can't think he is. I mean, I don't want him.
He's just trying to get a lot of distance, which he does. Like, look at that backhand. Like,
Yeah.
there's so
That was
much
insane.
power
I
on
know.
that. So
and
he's.
it did stay in bounds.
Yep. Yeah. He just needs to keep working on the consistency on that.
Yeah.
Now, what are you doing here? You're laying
I'm
up. Okay,
laying
all
up.
right, yeah,
This
yeah.
is. I'm not in a good position. I'm
Yeah.
in those trees. I can't get a run up. So
You're
I'm throwing
standstill,
a
off
simple
balance. Yeah.
forehand. I
Yeah,
know
sh-
it's not going to go OB deep.
Yeah.
A one-stroke lead.
A
I mean,
one-
there's nothing.
And he knows Dylan is sitting for 4 now,
Yeah.
and so
Yes.
Dylan essentially has to sink this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Brian though goes for it
That was a great
Oh.
shot.
and just barely OB, just
We're
short,
rooting for you, Brian.
Right.
just short of the green. And I think Marky's playing.
Marky's.
He actually was going for it, and it it slammed against the door on top of the
I'm
porch.
glad I didn't open the door at that
Yeah,
moment.
imagine opening the door to that. Oof.
And this is a tricky shot because
Yeah.
the angle is so cut here.
But this is it. This is the tournament
Yep.
for Dylan. He needs to sink this.
It has to go in and it has to be in
Let's
bounds.
go.
Oh, and he goes the inside gap.
All right.
Oh,
Good
and
shot, though. He's over, right?
He's
Yeah,
over.
he's in.
He's over.
He's safe.
Just
He's
missed
in.
a
He's
little
there.
bit to the right, and you can see him. You know, he knows. He knows
Yeah,
what that
yeah.
means.
You're just playing your little soft heart.
The only thing,
soft heart,
the only
baby.
thing Dylan could hope for is you going OB right there.
Yep.
Yeah, and other than that, that pretty much wraps it
That
up
was
right
it.
there.
But from where I am and from that angle that I gave myself, I knew
Nice, Marky.
almost 99 out of 100, I'm putting it right on that green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you came into this tournament 4 strokes back at 6 down, and you just shot 5 down on golds.
Yeah.
And
1055 rated.
that is
Yep.
just such a statement to make, honestly.
Yeah, I said I'm very comfortable on golds, and that it ties my personal best
Yep.
on that layout.
And there it is. There's the tap in 4 for the win.
Congratulations.
Coming
Thank
from
you.
behind, you know, gaining strokes on the young kid.
And that was your biggest payday to date, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. And
1K.
so we
First
have
4-digit payout for me, so that's huge.
a group of interviews coming up. So I hope you guys enjoy these interviews, not only with Kyle, who's the winner of the MPO, but we also got interviews with the winners of all the other divisions that were out here competing.
All right, we're here with Kyle Moriarty, who's won the inaugural Massachusetts Grand Prix. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You won the first Sunstein event this year. You won the last. You're taking down $1,000 as champion of MPO division. And
Yeah.
so how's it feel?
It's absolutely amazing and incredible, and I've been saying it all year long how I appreciate companies like Sunstein stepping in and adding all this extra money where somebody that's local gets a chance to win $1,000 at a tournament. Like, that's incredible. All year long, I've made way more money than I ever have in the years past, and it's absolutely an incredible feeling. Like, this has been a great year, and can't really cap it off a better way.
Well, you're a deserving champion. You played amazing golf today, especially on the golds in the second round. You had a turkey in the front 9, and you were just
Yep.
throwing amazing. What do you think what led you to take it down?
Dylan's an amazing competitor. He's got some of the most raw talent I've seen out of anybody out there, and you know, I knew that I'm a fighter here. This is where I am most comfortable, you know, so I know this is my home course, and I know that I can push on a lot of holes and hit lines that, you know, I feel 100% throwing full commit. So, you know, there's no issues for me where I just commit to the line. I'm not hesitant, and I know exactly what I'm doing. So
It's an amazing couple of weeks for you. You launched your signature disc on the Disc Golf Bra website.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thank
and
you.
Take down, you're the champion of Massachusetts.
yeah.
And you're now going to represent our state as you go out a little bit on tour next year. So
Yep.
what's in store?
Yeah, I'm looking to hit a couple Disc Golf Pro Tour events. We'll see how my school year finishes, what I can hit there, and then, you know, how much I actually want to be out on the road, because, you know, I do kind of love being at home. I do love being here in Massachusetts, and there's always great events here that I love playing. So it's hard to kind of decide to leave for a while and miss some events, but, you know, I definitely love getting out there and showing that I can still hang with everybody that's out on tour, even though I'm not there every weekend.
Yeah, some big wins this year, this tournament. A couple tournaments earlier, some awesome play. You placed pretty high at MVP. You're
Yep.
really doing the state proud. You got engaged this year.
Yeah.
You got a place picked out for this beautiful trophy.
Not yet. Well, the trophy, no, but, you know.
How about the $1,000? You know how you're going to spend that?
Yeah, $1,000 going to be a deposit for a wedding venue.
Nice.
So, you know, it's not all on me. So, you know, got to make the fiance happy, right?
Yeah. Well, Kyle, you've been a great ambassador for Massachusetts Disc Golf and for Sunstein. We really do appreciate everything you're doing
Yeah,
out
no.
there, and we just can't be more thrilled for your victory today. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Yep.
Yep. Mine. I'll take that clip off. You want that clip?
That's what we call power grip. All these things are deep. And that you don't get quite as much control on it.
Congratulations, buddy. There you go, man.
It doesn't even fit on my shoulder.
Awesome, man.
All right, I'm here with Paul Kranz, the winner of the Massachusetts Grand Prix in the men's advanced division. Congratulations, Paul. That's awesome. The champion of Massachusetts for the year. How does it feel?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was a fire round, even par on the golds.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a personal best or
No.
no? But it's a great in a tournament.
Yeah.
That's an amazing round.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I didn't go beyond hole 1 for the first time.
Yeah.
Ever. So that was a good start.
And you had some fire results this year. You won your last 2 MA1 tournaments, winning Midsummer at Oak Ridge, winning the Battle for 501, and then winning the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
What's your plan for next year?
Stay AM, go play in Michigan for US AMs, hopefully US AMs or AM Worlds, and then see where it takes me.
All right, now, how old are you?
17.
All right, and so you are graduating high school this year or
Next
you're
year.
junior? Next year.
Should be next.
That's awesome. Are you going to take this belt with you to the tournaments next year and show it off?
Probably not. Probably gonna go on my wall.
Well, you're the first winner of this event in the MA1. You're the first one to receive one of those championship belts,
Yeah.
and we're proud of you. Great job, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh my god, it's not real. What's this? Hey, thank you. I'll say this is really cool.
You're gonna spin it around so
I know.
you can see this. You want us to take your
Oh,
disc?
hey. It's okay, I'll podium it like perfect. This is crazy. I can't believe this just happened.
All
What
right,
a-
Colleen Thompson, you've won the Massachusetts Grand Prix. Congratulations.
Thank you. Apparently that just happened.
You played awesome. You were 2 down going into this round, and you battled back. At some point, there were 3 different women who were in the lead in this round, and you took it down. What was the difference?
I have to say just consistency off the tee today. Putting first round felt great, so it gave me a lot of fire going into this round. This is pretty much my home course, so I love it here. So really having my fiance on my bag helped a ton. He helped me calm down a little bit and just help me be like, there's a lot of holes left. Keep going and keep fighting. So.
Yeah, and you win $1,000 today. How does that feel?
Way too good. We're planning our wedding, so it's, to
Oh,
say
that's
the least,
awesome.
it's extremely good to say that we can pay off, a third of our photographer.
That's amazing. Well, maybe next year an entire photographer's worth will be
Incredible.
the
No, I
purse.
was like, it feels way too good. That's the most amount of money I've ever won in disc golf, and honestly, I've played these women a ton and haven't really even come close to their scores, so that felt really good.
You had an amazing season. You won the Lobster Crush. You won Buff Thompson. You're winning the Massachusetts Grand Prix.
Thank you.
What's in store for next year? Can you keep it going?
I'm hoping so. Now that I'm officially a New Englander, I'm really hoping to play as many local tournaments as I can next year. I don't plan on going on tour or anything, so for me it's just getting out here, being that local pro that I want to be, and hopefully getting some lessons out there for the women so we can get more people out here.
All right, guys, your FPO winner, Colleen Thompson.
Thank you so much! Thank you. Thank you. Feels so good. Thank you.
All right, we will give this back to you
Thank
in
you,
about
thank
20
you.
minutes.
Beautiful.
All right, here you go. Your championship belt.
Thank you.
We'll get to you later. All right, I'm here with Anna Blasiak, who has won the women's advanced division for the Massachusetts Grand Prix. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Feels good. It was I got myself a good lead in the first round and yeah, got to relax through the second round. It was a lot
It's
of
a
fun.
dominant performance. This is your 7th win in this division this year. It's incredible. How does that feel?
It's good. It's fun to get better. I started just a little over a year and a half ago and came from Ultimate Frisbee, and it's just been cool to keep seeing myself improve. So
Yeah, what an awesome performance. What do you think for the future? Have you thought about what next year might bring?
keep playing, keep trying to get better. I think I want to try to play in tournaments where there's a lot of women competing. It's hard to find those, so wherever I can find good places to play with lots of good competition.
So when did you switch from Ultimate to disc golf?
Pandemic thing, so like June of 2020.
Yeah, and did you ever think you'd be the women's amateur champion of the state in 2 years?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's an amazing, amazing accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
There you go. Pop it, shake it. Shake it and pop it.
Shake it? Oh, yeah.
I think you should automatically forfeit.
All right, you get your champagne in 4
I'm
years.
gonna lie across the front.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Make that gill so taller. Yeah.
They are. No. My 4 years.
You guys ready?
This is amazing. You just have Wads, your winner here, coming downtown. -11, -5 for the second round.
$1,000 and the champion of Massachusetts.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Before I take my stuff, I heard you didn't get a smush.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So I'm gonna give Steve a smush. Steve has absolutely changed the game of disc golf, not just here in New England, but really for the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
Get up there.
Sunstein has done the best stuff for disc golf. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Sunstein. I'm switching this.
Take your
I'm
trophy.
taking
Get
this.
up there.
The old switcheroo.
Shake it!
Congratulations, Wads. We knew you were going to take it.
He's clearly done it. Commitment to the shot. Sorry, Mark.
All right. Well, thank you, Sunstein. What a fun time today was. That was so sick. Thank you to everybody today. It came down, honestly, at one point, 3 of the 4 divisions were within 2 strokes of the lead. And there were 3 lead changes in FPO, and then MPO was such a battle. It was such a joy to watch you guys play. So thank you to all the athletes who came out today. Thank you so much. All right, and now last but not least, this would not have been possible without Raivis Craig, who is the guy.
Yeah, right, man.
I love the sport, and I love obviously hosting events, so thank you all for coming today.
Yeah. I also need to give a special shout out to Katie Ferrante of Sunstein, who did so much for us. Thank you, Katie. Shout out Disc Golf 978. It's been awesome. Everybody, next weekend is their big tournament at Meadowbrook Orchards in Sterling. Let's make sure we get there and have a great tournament. Good luck to you guys. Thank you so much. Chasing the Bees, been a partner of us all year. Thank you so much. It's awesome. And we're going to be back next year. We're going to do it bigger and better. And so rack up those points and let's get here next year. We're going to get the purse up. We're going to have a great time again next year. But for now, there's 2 coolers full of beer. I don't want to take it home. Let's party. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
All right, and that wraps up everything for the Sunstein finale here. Thank you so much for coming out, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Sunstein. Thank you, all the sponsors that help Sunstein. Thank you, Wads and Noah, for doing commentary here. I think we killed it.
And congratulations to Wads for winning it.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
You got a huge thank you to anybody that's gone in to put any money into this sport. Anybody that made this Sunstein series so big. Thank you, Sunstein.